I'm on the Butler chain today with my buddy Scott. Fished with Scott a lot. Hadn't been in a video yet, but we're making a video today. And we are frog fishing. It's March, it's the full moon in March, and I think this is gonna be the last hurrah for the spawn. I think they're gonna move up one more time. Probably about 90% of the fish in Central Florida are already spawned out. But I think we're gonna get one more push. But all we're fishing with today is frogs. We're gonna be fishing a bunch of different types of frogs. Like this. I got all kinds of frogs. Might even throw, most of these are your hollow body plastic frogs. I got a lot of them from Snag Proof here, some with blades on them. I got some Strike Kings and some, what are these, the Pad Crashers from Booyah. What's the best frog to use? I don't know. I get asked that question all the time, and I would think there is no best frog to use. Overall, it would be depending on what you have the most confidence in, or the actual lake, or the time of day, the time of year. It's going to be different everywhere you go. So the best frog to use is there's probably not an answer for that. I don't even know what the best frog will be to use today, and we may not even have a frog bite, but we are fishing frogs the whole time we're out here. Even if a bunch of 8-pounders come up schooling out here in this deeper water, we're going to throw frogs. Actually, if a bunch of 8-pounders come up, we might switch it up. But frog fishing. See what the best frog to use is today. Stay tuned. Oh, he missed it. He ran from over here. Nice. And missed it. The one thing about frog fishing sometimes is you don't get much of a second chance with them.
Right, they just go into the weeds.
Yeah, because it's kind of I mean, it would be awesome if he came back and hit it right now, but you go fish Toho, you have airboats all over the place and planes flying in over you, and that's all you ever hear in the background. And then you come here and you have leaf blowers and weed eaters and nail guns and saws. It's the peaceful fishing. I'm always worried about sound. I shouldn't even worry about it because all the background noise. But I just had my first bite and I missed it, or he missed me on the little Booyah Pad Crasher Jr. That's what it is, it's Pad Crasher Jr, right?
Yep.
I was just kind of walking it along these lily pads. It's just that little deal right there. Got 40-pound braid on. I think the other one I only have 30-pound braid on. And walking it through the lily pads. This is a ribbit. Pause that thing and it's gonna sink to the bottom. But this is more of just a burning frog that you're gonna throw out there and burn it across the water like a buzzbait. Just like that. You can pause it every once in a while. You have to let it sink down. This is the style of frog over the years that I've had the most success on this lake, but it's also the one that I've thrown the most. But I mean, these weren't the little pops like we just had.
Yeah.
It was going along and
Explosion.
oh, look, I just got a hit there while I was. What are the chances of that happening?
Nice job.
I'm acting out old blow-ups as one blows up on my frog. So there's our first frog bite. And it just so happened to come on a ribbit. Burning it through. That was back in the mixed little reeds there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there is a giant, because all you ever catch on frogs are giants, right? There's a giant on a frog. a giant 12 to 13 inch bass.
Who cares? They're fun.
But it blew up on this black and red ribbit toad. Ribbit. As I was telling an old fishing story, acting like I was getting a blow up, one actually blew up on it, which is whatever.
That was awesome.
See, maybe I should just do that every time.
Yeah, nope.
They're different looking, aren't they? The front end?
I love the pickle fork. I absolutely adore that look.
That's like old Allison craft. There's one. Oh, did he come off? That would look like a better fish, didn't it?
It did.
I think he came off.
There's a couple of them in there too. 'Cause
He did a cartwheel. So far, the reaction bite one, the burning it across the surface,
they've beaten the hull.
that was a decent frog blow up. But I think he's gone, and all I have is a lily pad.
Yeah, it's like 4 to 1. So
Yeah.
blow up, so.
Another one on that frog. I'll show you guys. It's just this ribbit frog. Black. I've had these forever. That's why the label's coming off. I just have it on a, I believe this is a 5/0, pretty heavy gauge screw lock hook. Burning it across the water like a buzzbait. There are a lot of hollow body frogs like from Snag Proof that you can do this with also that have the same style leg. The only thing with this frog is if you pause it, it's gonna sink like any other soft plastic bait would. Or those Snag Proof ones, I'll bring one of those out later probably. They'll float because it's a hollow body frog, but they have a little bit bigger presentation on the water than this one would. Oh. Oh, God.
Come on, really?
That one hit it on like the second turn, and I actually let him eat it. That is a very important thing with frog fishing. I got a lot of novice anglers that will tell me everybody wants to throw a frog. I think it's one of the first lures that people buy. If I ever started a lure company, I think all I would make or sell for the first 2 or 3 years would be frogs. But people tell me they just miss everything. And I've caught one and missed 4 or 5 now, 4. But you gotta let them eat it. When they're hitting it, they're not gonna let it go that quick. They're not smart enough to bite something and let it go. When they bite that frog, like if I were to get a bite right here and boom, he blows up on it, just keep that line tight and let him pull you down in there so you can get it and then set the hook. The more that frog is inside that fish's mouth, not exposed, the more chances you have of getting them through all that nasty stuff that you hooked them in. Which I did let that one eat. But these soft plastic frogs, or I'm sorry, yeah, the soft plastic frogs, that hook is buried in there. And so you're just gonna miss some fish. But it is awesome when they blow up on it, whether you get them in the boat or not. Chuck!
Got that on video?
Yeah, that wasn't a bad fish either. Yeah, scared the mess out of me. And then I set the hook and pushed the button. That's what happens when you're not getting very many bites. He blew, see that hole?
Yeah.
There's a hole right, I keep leaning. Oh, he got it again. I can't believe he's not that big. He just, well, that's something that doesn't happen very often. If they come back and hit it again.
That's our biggest bite on the frog so far.
Yeah. Can't believe he came back and hit it again. On the pad crasher. 2 bites. I could edit out the one that I screwed up on.
No, don't do that.
I won't. I'll leave it in there. That was on the pad crasher. Actually gave me a second chance after I did a huge rookie move on the first one. Set the hook right away, push the button. That's good for your gears.
That's my job to make those mistakes.
Yeah. If you push the button every once in a while you're cranking and setting the hook, it actually will, polishes the tips of the gears up. God! Oh! You didn't let him eat it. That was a decent bite.
Scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Awesome.
That was a good blow up. You gotta just like, when it bites, freeze, like you're getting a bite on a fluke or a worm. Let them pull you down and try your hardest to let them eat it. Which you probably would have gotten over had we had 15 or 20 bites so far. That was a decent blow up. A froggy blow up.
Another 2.5 pounds.
So here's the 4th variation of frog I'm using today. It's the Wobbletron from Snag Proof. Hollow body, but it has those paddle tails, those little kick tails. So you can burn it across like a rivet or a horny toad from Zoom, or you can pause it when you get into some holes or drop it over something. Got to squeeze it out every once in a while because it will fill up with water. But these throw pretty well. You'd think they would throw a little bit better. You can twitch these like this and they have a lot of commotion, or you can burn them. Ooh, you can backlash them when you throw across the wind. Oh, that was a good blow up. Oh, I missed them. They're coming back for it, but geez, we can't get a hook in them. I get a bite on every frog I put on there. Oh yeah. That one hit it twice and I missed them both times. And these thick pads, man, they're not, I don't think they're getting a good line on it. And they're barely, yeah. That's always been the problem here. There's one. Oh, that's not a bad fish.
Yay.
That was a good blow up.
2.5 pound fish too.
On the Snag Proof. It snagged a fish.
That snag back here too.
Not a big one, but it doesn't really matter when they're blowing up on frogs, because that's what literally everyone I talk to once asks about. How's the frog bite?
Here's the other thing about frog bites, Chuck, is like you have to be a pretty experienced fisherman to fish frogs.
Yeah,
You have to be ready for that bite at any particular point.
I was not ready for that one. I just didn't screw it up. Is that a fish on that bed right there? Oh yeah, it's big tilapia. That's exactly what those are. Look. That's a bass on that bed. Little baby bass on this bed. There was a giant tilapia on that big crater one over there though.
That one is like, it's still got the dust hanging off of it.
Yeah, a little tiny bass, about 12 inches long on that bed. See?
Two of them.
Oh, I just blew right through his bed. Sorry, dude.
Three of them.
Gah! Did he get it? Yep. Oh no!
Oh no!
That was a good fish.
Ah!
You didn't yank him.
No. I didn't think he was on.
He was swimming with it. Oh man, that was like a 3 or 4 pounder, wasn't it?
No.
Right out here in this open water when you came off the edge of that a bunch of pepper grass under the water here.
He did. He came right out of it.
Yeah. That was the biggest fish we've had on all day. He just started swimming down under the boat with it. Well, that stinks. We're done for today. I don't know how good of a frog video this was going to be because we sure didn't catch a lot on frogs. We knew coming out here this wasn't the best time to go frog fishing. Full moon, right after a cold front. These fish on this lake, probably different than what happens on a lot of lakes. These fish out here, when you get this bluebird skies, they all pile out in the middle. We had quite a few blowups today. I don't know what the best frog would be for frog fishing because it's going to be different. I don't know if there is a best frog, but it's going to be different everywhere you go. It's going to be different from day to day. We got bites on the snag-proof Wobbletron. We got bites on the Booyah Pad Crasher Jr. What did you throw?
Live target.
Live target. The ribbit. So we got bites on everything we threw. He definitely had the biggest bite of the day, but he didn't get in the boat. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and comment on it. Let me know what your favorite frog is. What do you catch the most fish on, or do you even like frog fishing? That's probably a dumb question because everybody likes frog fishing. We will see you next time.